Welcome, everybody, to Safeco Field. They're pulling the roof back, so we will play under clouds here tonight in Seattle as the Angels are in town. This is Game 3 of a 4-game set with the Mariners. Hi, everybody. Dave Sims and Mike Blowers, and we begin tonight with some news from the Mariner family. Third base coach Jeff Datz in pro baseball since 1982. He's been in the major leagues for 12 years as a coach. He announced today that he's been diagnosed with cancer. He told Eric Wedge they had a meeting with the ball club today, and at some point later on, as we move further on in the season, Jeff Datz will have to step away from the ball club. Talk about the impact that has when you lose one of your main guys, your third base coach, have to step away for this diagnosis.
Well, look, Dave, you and I travel with these guys all the time, but we're still not as close as everybody is in that clubhouse. You become a family 8 months out of the year. Jeff probably will spend more time with the guys in that clubhouse than he will with his immediate family. So when news like this comes out, it's shocking to the guys in the clubhouse. It has an immediate impact on the situation for Jeff. It lets us all know that we're not immune to life in general as we move forward. And as important as wins are and getting your hits and striking people out, there are things that are more important to that. The good news through all this is Jeff will have a lot of support in that clubhouse and in this organization.
Good news, too, that he got it early, so he's very optimistic about the prognosis. Let's get to Jen Mueller. She spoke with Eric Wedge about his third base coach.
Well, and one of the things that he said, Dave, is that the staff has known about this for a couple of weeks, but even with that, Jeff Datz was moved by today's team meeting. You could tell that when he came out into the dugout. And for Wedge, this is a member of his staff, but so much more because he and Datz go back a long way.
First year I started coaching, 1998, and I started managing the minor leagues. He was managing the minor leagues above me. And we just came up together. And, then he was the field coordinator. Then he was a big league coach. And then when I got the job as a manager, I, of course, rehired him as one of the coaches. So, we've been together in the big leagues since, 2003. But actually been together having a working relationship since 98.
Yeah, he has certainly touched a lot of people, as Wedge said, across the country. That is why we can all join in our thoughts and prayers as he starts this journey. We are getting started here. Coming up next, Dave and Mike rejoin us for a look, at the Kings Court and Felix Hernandez tonight, as well as the other half of a very interesting pitching matchup. Keep it right here. Root Sports' first pitch is just ahead.
Mariners baseball on Root Sports is being brought to you by Ford. We are local. And by the Emerald Queen Casino. Get ready to rock out with Kansas May 11th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Getting ready for action here. Third game of a 4-game set with the Angels. Their first visit here to Seattle. An interesting pitching matchup. You got Joe Blanton, who's had a lot of success against the Mariners in this ball club. Felix Hernandez, not so much success against these Angels last year.
Well, you look at Felix overall. He can't control run support. Well, what he can control is that ERA. Look at that, 2.08 for Felix Hernandez here in the month of April. Typically, April is a good month for him. He's going up against a club that has really hit the ball well. But Felix, as you see what he did last year, struggled for his standards anyway. So I'm looking for Felix to come out big time. Mariners with a tough loss last night, trying to fight their way back in the game. Felix usually stands up for them, and he loves pitching here at home.
Meanwhile, Joe Blanton, who comes over from the Phillies and the Dodgers back in the American League, he's been with the A's. How about his numbers?
Well, he has really struggled this year. ERA north of 7 so far. You look at him, 38 hits over the 20 2/3 inning that he has pitched. 6 of those hits have been home runs. He will not walk guys. He'll be around the plate, but the guys better be ready to swing the bats tonight.
See if the Mariners can bounce back hitting-wise. They left several villages on base last night, about 13, 1 for 12 runners in scoring position, trying to turn it around. One guy who might play a factor here on bat night, you saw him 2 nights ago. He went yard and then some. The big man, Carlos Peguero, 451 feet worth of home run. His first here in 2013. See if he can get it done again here tonight. Mariners and the Angels' first pitch is coming up. Cloudy yet comfortable here as Mariner baseball's on TV tonight against the Angels. It's Dustin Ackley bat night. He's been one of the hottest hitters for the Mariners. He's on a 7-game hit streak. And the other featured performer in this game is the King. Felix Hernandez, first pitch of the ball game, is in there for a called strike one. Peter Bourjos, good crowd on hand. 3 sections of the King's court out in left field. Bourjos 3 for 9 on the series. And Felix ahead 0-2. So the court with 3 sections out there. Very much in session here on this 57-degree cloudy night. Pitch to Borges. Ground ball goes foul. Roof just opened up. Another good crowd last night. 31,543. Felix's last 2 outings have been outstanding. Angels have been a thorn for him. Inside miss, 1-2. And you love this atmosphere. People hanging on every pitch. They want punch outs. They want get out of here.
Yeah, they do. They'll definitely be on Felix's side today. Felix already showing a good fastball, 93 miles an hour on that last fastball in to Borges.
1-2. Swing and a miss, and he's gone. Good start for Felix Hernandez.
Very good start for Felix as he strikes out Borges. Want to keep him off the bases along with the guy that follows him, and that would be Mike Trout. They were on base a lot last night. They scored a couple of runs for the Angels. Then his Pujols, Hamilton, you can see he hasn't had any success against Felix, just a 167 average with his 16 strikeouts. And his Trumbo, Kendrick, Harris, Iannetta, and Jimenez rounding out the 9 for the Angels.
Put your finger on this. Felix last year, 5 starts against the Angels. 0-3, 6.25 ERA. Didn't win. The club didn't win any of his starts.
I wish I had an answer for you on that. I think sometimes you get in, whether it's in a year, a particular year, or a career, and usually it changes from year to year, but some teams will just have your number for a particular reason, and last year it happened to be the Angels. Felix, obviously one of the best pitchers, premier pitchers in the game. But the Angels had their way with him, and I think they did it in a variety of ways. They have speed, which can hurt you, and also enough power in their lineup. And if you look at what they've done this year, they're off to a good start, hitting for average and collecting base hits. So haven't hit a lot of home runs yet. But I think Felix probably is aware of those numbers, and I expect him to step up big time tonight because he's off to a great start here in April.
Felix career in 30 previous starts against the Angels, 6-12 with a 4.07 ERA. Angels and Rangers. They've really haunted him. Tough loss last night for the Mariners. 6-3 Angels. Mariners went 1 for 12 runners in scoring position, left 13 men on base, left the bases loaded in back-to-back innings. 2 to Trout. Foul ball.
Another good fastball from Felix at 93 miles an hour.
Mariners won the first game of this series a couple of nights ago, 6-0. Brandon Bauer outstanding, 6 1/3, 7 hits, no runs in his stint. Unanimous selection. Rookie of the Year in the American League, this guy right here, Mike Trout. Here's the 2-2. Slicing drive right field. Peguero misplayed over his head. Trout into second base. Trout's got a lot of power. We saw him hit a home run opposite field down in Anaheim against Felix.
Well, this definitely fools Carlos. It looked like he took a step in before he decided to retreat on this line, drive out to right. So that'll be a double for Trout. Rest of the team mobile defense for the Mariners. Morris in left, Chavez in center, Peguero out in right field. Seager the third baseman, Ryan and Ackley playing up the middle. Justin Smoke is your first baseman, and Jesus Montero will do the catching tonight.
8th double for Trout. Here's Albert Pujols. Home run, 4 RBIs against Felix. Ball 1 to Albert. Albert coming off a 1 for 3 performance last night. A couple sacrifice flies. Second night in a row. Tremendous energy in the ballpark. On that corner, 1-1.
Like Felix throwing his fastball. I think what we're going to see again, the Angels, you look at their lineup tonight, 8 right-handed batters, 1 lefty in the lineup, and that's Josh Hamilton. We saw Mauer in the first game have a lot of success locating his fastball and using his slider. I think Felix will probably see more of that. Not as many changeups. Right-handers this year getting 241 off of Felix. Lefties just 208.
1-1 Albert. Breaking away, 2-1.
And that was the slider just off the plate away. But Mauer had a lot of success with that pitch off the plate, getting the Angels to chase it. Well, I think we're going to see a few more sliders out of Felix tonight.
Felix, a Cy Young Award winner, going against a 3-time National League MVP. 2-1. Bouncing ball, Seager holds the runner. Throws over to Smoke to retire Pujols for out number 2. Nice job by Ryan to go cover third base. If Trout was bluffing, he might break for third.
Well, with his speed, you can't take anything for granted. Kyle Seager even faked a throw to second just to try to get him to take a step back. Then fired it across the diamond. He knew he had plenty of time, but he wanted to get the ball to Smoke as quickly as possible in case Trout decided to take third.
Here's Josh Hamilton. Struck out 16 times at the hands of Felix Hernandez. Strike one.
We talked about it last night with Hamilton. Off to a slow start with the Angels. He's an aggressive hitter, wants to swing the bat early. I think he's the one that's going to get a lot of changeups from Felix. Felix can throw his changeup down out of the strike zone. I think we'll get a lot of swings from Hamilton.
0-1. And hard right to Smoke. That'll do it. So a double, no harm against Felix in the first inning. Mariners giving it back. Kings Court loving it. Andy Chavez will lead things off for the Mariners against Joe Blanton, the veteran right-hander who is 0-3 with a 7.84 ERA. Here's a look at the rest of the Mariner batting order.
Mariners lineup is brought to you by Chevron. Leading off, it will be Chavez. And then it's Dustin Ackley hitting second. 7-game hitting streak for Dustin, hitting 440 over that hitting streak. Had a base hit in last night's game. And it's Kyle Seager. Seager with a 15-game hitting streak. Then it's Morris Smoke. Banya's back in the lineup hitting 6 as a DH. Montero, Figueroa, and Brendan Ryan will hit 9th. Joe Blanton on the air. This will be his 5th start. High ERA, 7.84 for him. Again, 38 hits he's given up over the 20 2/3 innings he has pitched. He's given up 6 home runs.
Quick one to Andy Chavez in his 10th leadoff assignment with the Mariners. 3 for 7 career against Blanton. Back up the middle. Base hit for Andy Chavez.
Take a look at the T-Mobile defense for the Angels. Trout in left, Borges in center, Hamilton out in right field. They can cover a lot of ground in the outfield. Jimenez, the third baseman, Harrison Kendrick playing up the middle. Albert Pujols at first base, and Chris Iannetta will do the catching.
Word on Blanton, among other things. Got no put-away pitch this year, and his fastball's been flat. People have been getting all over. And this one gets away from Iannetta. Chavez eases into second base.
Blanton has never been an overpowering pitcher. As you take a look at this fastball 89 miles an hour, and he just spikes it into the dirt trying to sink it. Iannetta can't handle it, so Chavez will move up to second. But he's relied on command, a little bit of deception, changing speeds, using his breaking ball effectively. It hasn't been the case so far this year.
It's Dustin Ackley bat night, and Dustin of late has been swinging the bat quite well. 7-game hitting streak, 11 for his last 25.
He has been using the entire field, which certainly helped him.
2-1. Home plate umpires Wally Bell, Mike Everett at first, Marty Foster at second, and Scott Barry at third. Is Big Wally.
Dustin came on as a pinch hitter in last night's game. He had the night off. Eric Wedge used him as a pinch hitter, and he was able to pick up a base hit to extend his hitting streak.
And low from Blanton. Mariners have seen plenty of Blanton over the years. 8-5 career, and 5-0 here at Safeco Field in 6 starts with a 2.93 ERA. Let's see his struggles. There's Ackley. Fouls one into Iannetta's glove for strike 2.
Like Dustin was trying to reach out and pull that pitch so he could move Chavez up. There's a two-seam fastball running away from him.
Ackley works a walk, so the Mariners have 2 men aboard to start their home first. Try to cash in tonight, Mike.
Yeah, well, that's one thing that Blanton has done a good job of, is he hasn't walked batters in 4 starts, just 5 walks. Now Ackley in his 5th start, his 6th. But again, he's given up a lot of hits, so you would hope that the Mariners would be able to take advantage of that.
There's Kyle Seager, American League doubles leader with 10. He's got a 15-game hitting streak. That's the best in the American League. He's 4th in extra base hits, and he's 10th in the American League. Batting average against right-hand pitchers at .350. Fouls one back. Seager last night 1 for 5, left 4 men on base. So that was a problem last night. He left 4 on. Morse 4, 6 for Smoke, and 4 for Chavez.
He had a great pitch to hit on that first pitch, 90 miles an hour right down the middle. Took a healthy swing at it, but missed it.
Strike 2. Highest batting average against American League starters. Blanton, Parker, Vargas, Pelfrey, and Diamond. Vargas will go tomorrow.
And as you said, Dave, you would hope the Mariners offense would take advantage of those numbers over the next 2 days, tonight and tomorrow afternoon.
0-2 here to Seager, and he's out. He's swinging a miss. Seager, he tried to sell that he fouled it off, but he's a strikeout victim. 1 out.
Wally Bell wasn't buying. Take a look at this last pitch. It's a curveball, 12-6 curveball. And I think that was a good try by Kyle. I don't think he had a piece of it.
Joe Blanton, 32 years old, out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, lives in Nashville, Tennessee now. 2-year contract with these Angels, signed in December. Here's Michael Morris. Two on for the Mariners, 1 out. Snagged.
Almost took the webbing out of his glove.
Well, you can't hit it much harder than that.
There's a fastball down and in, and he hit a rocket, and it looked like it was stuck. Almost came through the webbing. Brendan Harris's glove out at shortstop. Take a look as he backhands this. You see the ball. He was just thinking about throwing it, but it almost went through. Morris almost hit it right through his glove.
Endy paying attention. Didn't get doubled off.
No, really good reactions. Ackley, though, took off when the ball was hit. He was almost a third of the way down to second.
That's a great shot, guys.
Yeah.
That ball. Well, I can't remember seeing that. I'd seen one go through. I've seen it stuck like that, but man. All right, here's Smoke.
I've seen a couple. It happened to a couple of pitchers and take the glove off and throw the whole
right,
thing to first, right?
Remember that?
Because they can't get the ball out of it.
So that happened in the American League not that long ago. El Duque, that's who it was. Orlando Hernandez did it. In the American League, it was another national. This one popped up. Kendrick back. Borges in. Kendrick calling. Makes the play. Mariners leave 2 in the first. Second inning coming up on a cloudy night here in Seattle. No score. Today's cold hard facts brought to you by Coors Light. Boy, Felix against the Rangers and the Angels, they certainly have his number and then some, while he dominates against the Oakland Athletics. Boy, he's 12 games under 500 against the Angels and the Rangers. 8 above 500 against the Athletics. Trumbo up the middle, base hit. We talked about this one on the air, off the air. They're geared up, ready to drive the ball. They're very aggressive, these Angels.
Well, as I look at their lineup, they have a couple of hitters that will be more patient. Trumbo, not one of them. First pitch swinging at this fastball, hits it back up the middle. Saw him hit a home run line drive out to dead center field last night. Strong man, hit that ball hard. But you have Howie Kendrick, I think, is a patient hitter in their lineup. I think Trout can be, but the rest of them are ready to hack. They are ready to swing it.
Howie Kendrick said that Mark Trumbo is in the same class with Giancarlo Stanton, can hit it out of any ballpark in the major leagues, whether it be a high towering drive or a line drive. And we saw Trumbo go line drive straight away center last night. Kendrick, a .250 hitter against Felix. Howie 0 for 3 last night. Mike Scioscia in his 14th year, the dean of managers in the big leagues. Infield double play depth. 0-1. Ryan to Ackley over to Smoke, and they turn it. You see that Mariner defense clicking again. Take a look at our money tree, in-time play, and this was a beauty.
Well, Brendan Ryan at shortstop, he sets this whole play up. The ball is not hit that hard. It's a big bounder, a 2-hopper, but you can see how quickly he gets rid of it, puts something on it so that Ackley can finish the double play. Mariners, good defense, club. It's been a strength of theirs here in the first half, first start of the season, first month, and I think it'll continue that way. But that was started because of Brendan Ryan, how quickly he was able to get rid of it with something on it to Dustin Ackley.
There's Brendan Harris. Club started. The Mariners started last night 5th, and defense start tonight 2. Number 2 to Detroit. Brendan Harris, the veteran shortstop. Felix has him on 2. Eric Ibar, Alberto Castro out with injuries for another 3-4 days now. So they've got Luis Jimenez at 3rd and Harris at shortstop for the Angels. They're imploring Felix for strikeout number 2. Goes to 1 and 2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That's strikeout number 2 for Felix Hernandez. A 7-pitch inning helped by the double play. Coming up, it'll be Ibanez, Montero, and Peguero. Chef Dave, as is his usual, on the King's Court, presenting the big piece of meat out there to a guy who came regally splendored.
Yes, I like that crown.
Oh, man. As long as he gives a big thumbs up out there, that's all we ask. No thumbs down.
He's not sharing, though. Dinner time.
Raul Ibanez behind 0-2. You had a good conversation with Raul recently.
I did. I had a chance to see him when was it, a couple days ago. First game of the series when we were back at home. The conversation with him down behind the dugout, away from everybody, just talking about hitting in general. And I think the consensus was that he's just been in between some pitches. There you go.
Serves one into right center field. Mariners have the leadoff man aboard. Second inning. It's happened. Chavez, the base hit to center. Now Raul to right center.
And the thing that we talked about was being right about something. Figure it out. Sit on a pitch. Be right about something. And this right here is a changeup away from Raul, ready to hit. And hits a solid line drive into right center field. But I thought that the thing that was telling, and here's the big difference, is Raul obviously has been in the league for a long time, been around and had his ups and downs through it. and he just remained positive. He's going to get it figured out. This is the first month of the season. You know, he knew what the problem was, and that he thought he was going to be moving forward again. And this is a good start with a line drive his first time up. Where so many times the younger guys, you know, it's panic mode time, and everybody talks about it. Didn't seem to be affecting Raul in the least. And
beauty of being 40, Mike.
Yeah,
beauty of being 40.
Being around. Well, you know, he struggled before. He knows.
Know, exactly. Popped up. Kendrick going back. Now Hamilton calls him off. One out, one on here in the second. Right now, when you purchase $150 of authentic collection items in any Mariners themed store, you also receive a free Felix Hernandez Perfect Game Mega ticket commemorating the Mariners ace historic outing. At nearly 3 feet tall, this is a great piece of memorabilia to hang at the home, in your home. So this gift with purchase is available at all 5 team store locations while supplies last.
I think the other thing he said too, which was so true, as Carlos Figueroa steps in. He said, you know what? If I was going through this in July, there might be a murmur about it, but because it's April, it's up on the board. Everybody sees it.
Yeah.
So
fouls one off.
You know, it's part of the deal. And I had to laugh about that. I said, well, who are you talking to? I did it every April. I know exactly where you're at. Just keep grinding away.
It's the beauty of, if you will, veteranship.
That's it. That's exactly right. You were talking about Stanton and Trumbo. This guy up at the plate has already proven us that he can hit it out of anywhere.
You get that right. Now just a matter of doing it consistent basis like those other 2 guys. No question.
Yeah, mixing in some hits with the long home run every now and then helps.
I'm still amazed he won. I said, did you ever go, you know, when was the last time you went down and got one like that? Usually he's going to ball up a little bit.
Right.
He said he couldn't remember, but I mean, that ball was what, foot off the ground max?
Breaking ball that was heading towards the lane. It probably would have hit the top of the plate as he went out and just golfed it out of the ballpark 451 feet away.
Off the fist. 0-2, 1 out, 1 on.
Well, this will be interesting tonight because in his next at bat, it was fastballs in on his hands. So I think that's what we've already seen from Blanton. Blanton, 89, 90 miles an hour, has thrown 2 fastballs in on him here in this at bat.
Joe Blanton, been around. Saw a lot of him in Oakland. There's the 0-2 to Figueroa. Upstairs, he was with Oakland from 04 to 08. Then he was traded to Philly. In 08 went 4-0, finishing the season with the Phillies. Got to the World Series a couple of times. With the Phillies into last year, and then traded August 3rd to the Dodgers. Finish up 2-4 with them. 1-2 to Figueroa. Big swing and a miss. He's gone. 2 strikeouts for Blanton. 2 outs here in the second inning.
Well, everybody was watching the long home run. This pitch is elevated. It's up and in to Figueroa, and he can't catch up to it.
Boy, that was a maximum swing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And I was talking to Mark Langston, who's in town. He works on the radio broadcast for the Angels, and Mark and I were talking just not about Carlos in particular, just young players. And he said, you know, the biggest thing, which is so true, the league will make an adjustment to you immediately. How quickly can you adjust to that? And you know, we've seen a lot of that with the young players the Mariners have had, especially last year. And it just takes them a little bit longer. And you get veteran guys that have been in the league for a while, they'll make their adjustments from at bat to at bat. But for the younger players, it's difficult. That guy's figuring it out in a hurry. Kyle Seager.
I asked him, I said, what's been the key? He says he's loading earlier. He's loading his weight shift has been a heck of a lot better. Ryan looks at a strike 0-2.
Yeah, and the other thing that he'll talk to you about, which he said to me quite a bit, is something that Eric Wedge has talked about as the team in general. But I talk to Kyle constantly, and he says the same thing throughout the conversation, and that is, I hunt the fastball out over the plate. If I get a fastball out over the plate, I want to be in a position to attack it. Sounds really simple, but it usually works at any level.
2 strikes to Ryan.
The key to that is being in position to take advantage of it when you get it.
That's the truth. Sacrifice fly, 1 for 2 night for Ryan last evening. Jesus Montero, he's been Had a monster home run down in Texas, down in Houston. Oh, big boy blast, man. That thing stayed in because it hit the side there in Houston ballpark. 1-2. Ground ball. Menez throws over, and that'll do it. Mariners get the leadoff man aboard. Raul Ibanez with a base hit. He's left first base. No scores. We go to the third. Baseball on Root Sports is being brought to you by Jack in the Box. The Chipotle Chicken Club Combo is back for a limited time at Jack in the Box. Try one today with fries and a drink for just $4.99 plus tax. And by BNSF Railway, the engine that connects us. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, cloudy night here in Seattle. The king on the mound. Here's a drive deep left center field. Got a lot of carry. That ball is gone. Home run off the bat of catcher Chris Iannetta. His first hit in 9 career at-bats against Felix. 1-0 Angels. His third home run, RBI number 9.
I think this is the first hitter that Felix has started off with a breaking ball. You see the curveball, 81 miles an hour. Just trying to steal a strike. Middle, and Iannetta was ready for it as he hits a line drive out into the Mariner bullpen.
Brings up Luis Jimenez, the third baseman. He hits one to left field, but Morris, no problem with this one. 1 out. 2 swings, a home run, and an out.
Take a look at Felix and his fastball. What opponents' averages have been against him. 2011, you can see 299 off of his fastball. Went down to 262 last year, and this year 258. And I think a big reason why is for Felix is it's obviously its movement and its location. And his location on his fastball this year has been really good. It typically has good movement on it. It's a tough one to try to square up.
Third home run given up by Felix. Borges back up the middle, base hit. Well, they're swinging a bat like the cab meter's running.
That's typical when Felix is on the mound, though. We see that a lot. And then you look at the Angels side of things offensively. That we were talking about at the start of the game today. It's something that they like to do. They want to go up there and hack. And when Felix is on the mound, hitters typically don't want to fall behind them, so they're going to go swinging anyway.
Here's Trout. Doubled over Peguero's head his first time up.
Let's see if Felix can test Brendan Ryan out on this one. This would be a tough double play to turn with Borges and Trout. Two of the faster guys in the American League.
I'd like to know how many times anybody's gotten these two jokers out in a double play, right?
I can't imagine that number has to be low. I can tell you that.
I mean, they are two of the best 1-2 you're going to see.
Well, one, you know, Trout's going to be getting down the line in good shape, but the other part of it with Borges at first is he will be on top of the second baseman or shortstop that second because of his speed. He'll get down there in a hurry.
Trout's grounded into 3 double plays. He was on the front end of one last night.
3 out of 18 chances.
Borges not always in front of Trout, but tough guy to double. 1-1. One nothing on Chris Ionetta's leadoff homer here in the third. Borges back safely. Borges has not attempted a stolen base as of yet. Got the great speed, but it doesn't make him a good base stealer. There he goes. Swung on and missed. Throw by Montero into center field. Borges goes to third. First stolen base for Borges. E2 on Montero.
Well, it looks like Montero tries to rush his throw, and he throws a sinker down there. You can see the ball tailing away from Ackley and sinking in a hurry as it hits right at the cut of the grass. You can see Borges sliding in. Hits Dustin's glove as he tries to keep it on the infield, and once it goes out into center field, he moves on to third.
1-2 to Trout. Infield up close. Fly ball right field. Peguero, it's deep. Borges can run. Here's Peguero. The throw to the plate. Good looking throw. It's up the line. 2-0. Angels as Trout picks up a sacrifice fly. His 12th RBI. And for Mike, his second sacrifice of the season.
Peguero has a strong throwing arm, and this would have been interesting if it was on the plate. I still don't think they would have been able to get Borges with his speed, but as deep as that was a good throw by Peguero. Strong throw anyway, offline. So the error having the ball go into center field cost the Mariners there and Felix.
2 runs as here's Albert sending one to center field. Andy got a pretty good jump. It's hanging up for him, and he is there, and he makes the catch. Home run Ionetta. Base hit Borges, stolen base, E2 on a sac 9, produced 2 for the Angels. Endy Chavez will lead off here in the third. Top of the order. Endy, Dustin Ackley, and Kyle Seager against Joe Blanton. Endy with a base hit to center his first time up.
It's a good opportunity in the first inning. A base hit. Wild pitch was able to move Chavez up, and then Ackley walked behind him. Oh, that's hit hard.
Line drive to Albert Pujols. 1 out. Coming up tomorrow, finale of this series, where the Orioles come to town. We'll see our old buddy Jason Vargas. He's been struggling. Musashi Iwakuma has been outstanding with a 1.99 ERA. And opponent's a $1.64.
Iwakuma has pitched well. Only thing to worry about with him is his blister that he's had on his finger.
That was our Century link to what's next.
And the only other concerning thing when you look at the numbers, Vargas has struggled coming out of the gates, but as we know, he pitches well in this ballpark. Well, that'll be an interesting matchup tomorrow.
Dr. Jared Weaver, who was about, what he said, about 3-4 weeks away. He said he's reunited with his Long Beach State buddy, and said Jason Vargas slightly geeked for tomorrow. 1-1.
As you would expect.
Absolutely. Really looking forward to it. Joe Blanton's had tremendous success here. Safeco Field as Ackley gets one up the middle for a base hit. Got it on the barrel there.
He has really been swinging well over the last week, extending his hitting streak to 8 games now. And there haven't been many cheap ones in it. He has been hitting the ball hard. This is a rocket right back up the middle. Hits off the side of the mound, but it's squared up again. So he has it going pretty good right now, Dustin Ackley.
See if his Tar Heel buddy can keep his streak going. It's at 15. We speak of Kyle Seager, struck out on an 0-2 pitch in the first inning. The Mariners have had 8 consecutive innings with men aboard. They've left, going back in the last night, they've left 16 men on. Time to cash in.
Both at bats. Blanton started Kyle off with the fastball. That one was up a little bit, but again in the middle of the plate, he fouled it off, missed it. Eventually put him away with a 12-6 curveball. And you can see the location of that on our EQC tracer. On the plate, but up. Take a look at his last at bat. You can see the first pitch. That was a fastball in the middle of the plate. Then he fouled off the second pitch. That was just off the inside part of the plate. And then there's the curveball. You can see Blanton trying to bounce it off the plate. Dustin swung through it.
Foul back. Mariners trying to get something going against Joe Blanton, who's got playoff experience with the Phillies in the 08 and 09 World Series. Won a game in the 08 series against Tampa Bay. One, 2 to Seager.
Tried the curveball again.
2-2. Back. We saw Borges with his first stolen base attempt of the season. Ackley has not run yet either.
Maybe we'll start to see that from him now that he's getting on base at a consistent basis. 8-game hitting streak, giving himself more opportunities by getting down there.
2-2 pitch. Ackley runs. Pitch. Hit to Kendrick. Bobbled. They'll throw to get Seager. 2 outs.
Ackley on the move. Kyle unfortunately hits it just to the right of Kendrick. Ball comes up and hits him in the belt buckle. Stays with the plane, is able to throw him out, but because Ackley was moving, gets himself into scoring position.
Montgomery by Kendrick. 2 outs, brings up Michael Morse. Hard line drive that almost went through the webbing of the glove of shortstop Brendan Harris. 2-0 Angels on an Iannetta home run and a sacrifice fly by Trout. Away and deep for Morse. 1-0 pitch. Hit far down the right field line into the corner. Hamilton. That is a foul ball. Mike Everett, the first base umpire, took a good long look at it.
Eric Wedge on the top step saying if Brumley disagrees, but it looks like Brumley thought it was foul also.
Nice emphatic call by Mike down there.
Take a look at it as it goes by the pole. Yeah, definitely a foul ball.
Nailed it.
Good ball. Plenty of distance.
That strength we were talking about. We saw him hit some balls out of spring training going opposite field and even early in the season, right?
In Oakland.
Yeah.
The first home run he hit to right field. Yeah, that's one of the things with him, and that's what I was excited about having him on this club.
Yeah.
The Mariners pick him up. Is line to line. He has power. He can hit it out of anywhere.
Got a 1-1 here. Oh, he wants that one back. Ball and 2 strikes.
Eric Wedge gave him the day off a couple of days ago. If you take a look at this swing, fastball up out over the plate. Michael fouls it straight back. He was hoping that that day off would help heal that finger up a little bit more, his pinky on his right hand.
0 for 4 last night. Got a 1-2 count, 2 out. Ackley at second, down 2-0. Fly ball. Easy one for Hamilton. Got the steps to his right. Makes a catch, and that'll do it. Mariners leave another man aboard. We're through 3. It's 2-0 Angels. Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. Kings Court with Felix on the mound. Court's in session, and Felix and the Mariners trail by a 2-0 count. A lot of Kings Court t-shirts and crowns all around this ballpark here tonight, Safeco Field. Josh Hamilton will lead off the 4th. First pitch swinging, ground ball to Ackley. That was a smoke. Quick first out. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. And wrap it up with the Angels tomorrow. 3 with the Orioles. Now Wednesday, it's May Day. Gets us into May. Mariners will have just 9 home games in the month of May. And a road trip starts in Toronto on Friday. Michael Saunders expected to DH again today. Trying to work his way back. Best case scenario still remains Monday. Eric Wedge said Saunders has been texting him, keeping him up to speed. What happened last night? He got hit on the right shoulder by a pitch, but he's okay. Here's Mark Trumbo, base hit to center.
Felix so far has given up 2 runs, just one of them earned. That was the home run by Iannetta. The other run came in on a sacrifice fly by Trout after Montero threw a ball into center field when Borges was stealing, moved on to third, so that run was unearned.
Boy, different approach here. Felix behind 3-0 to Trumbo. First pitch swinging, leading off the second, single to center field. There's strike one, 3-1. Powerful young hitter Mark Trumbo. Fly ball down the right field line. Peguero, no sir. He was in good shape. Full count to Trumbo. Last night a little bit warmer. 63 and cloudy. People flooding the pen again. Great turnout every night at the pen. One of the great locales in Seattle. 3-2 to Trumbo. Walked in. Check in with Tom Glasgow. Tom, what do you have?
Dave, thanks so much from the Ford Sports Desk. Let's check in on the Orioles before they get here Monday. Business to be taken care of in Oakland. That is exactly what they did today, using power to get it done. Nick Markakis and Adam Jones going back-to-back. The Orioles make it 3 straight over the A's, and they will go for the sweep tomorrow.
All righty, Tom, thank you very much. 1 out, 1 on. Here's Howie Kendrick. All 1 to Howie, bounced into a 6-4-3 double play in the second inning. Runner goes up the middle, off of Felix into center field. Trumbo will get to third.
That was a good break for the Angels. With Trumbo running, Ackley went to cover the bag, and when it hit Felix, it deflected the ball back towards the shortstop side. You can see off his calf. Ackley would have been in shape to field that. Maybe he would have been able to get a double play out of it. Instead, Felix in trouble, first and third with just the 1 out.
Brings up Brendan Harris, struck out to end the second inning. Felix with 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, and now in some trouble with runners at the corners and 1 down.
He was able to get a double play ball in the second inning. Have to get another one right here.
Bunting, a good one. Flip. They got him. Yes, sir. Nice play by Felix Hernandez. Takes a lot of pride in being a great athlete and a terrific defender, and he got it done to nail Trumbo at the plate.
You have to give Montero some credit too, as Felix comes in with the glove flip back to Montero. He has a big man in Trumbo coming down the line at him, and he drops a shin guard down to keep him from getting to the plate, and I think that might have been the difference. Good play by Montero. Take another look at it as Felix comes in. Will field it with his glove and flip it quickly. It was a good flip, but you can see Montero dropping that shin guard down, keeping his foot from getting in there, and Wally Bell, the home plate umpire, right on top of it.
There it is right there.
Great play by Montero.
Well done. So 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Brings up Iannetta. First pitch he saw, he homered deep left center field.
That last one was the best one. You could really see Montero with that shin guard.
Yeah. To right field, backing up Peguero. That'll do it. Angels threaten, they don't score. They leave 2. Felix and Montero stop the bunt attempt. 2-0 Angels. Baseball and Root Sports being brought to you by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By Sterling Bank, nobody works harder for you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. And by Linwood Honda, experience the difference. Good crowd here at Safeco Field tonight. Felix Hernandez on the mound against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Mariners trail 2-0. It'll be Justin Smoke, Raul Ibanez, and Jesus Montero, 5, 6, and 7 here in the home fourth. Good to have you with us. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew, battling against Joe Blanton. Undefeated here at Safeco Field in 6 starts, 5-0 with a 2.93 ERA. Mariners have left 4 men aboard in the first 3 innings. Smoke takes a strike, 4-1.
45 pitches, 32 strikes for Blanton.
Under his hands, missed 2-1.
Even though his fastball is 89 miles an hour, he's throwing a lot of them. 72% of his pitches have been fastballs tonight. A little bit surprised by that.
2-1. Fouled off. Joe Blanton, very reminiscent of Dan Herron, who's now with the Washington Nationals. It's minimal contact from the first base side of that rubber. Aaron with the Angels last year, and that is strike 3 call to Smoke. Smoke 0 for 2. That's a 3rd strikeout rung up by Blanton.
He was able to get a strike on the inside corner, went back to the changeup for another strike, and then came right back on the inside corner. See what Raul can do. Raul with a base hit his first time up. Solid line drive into right center field.
Howie Kendrick in short right field for Raul. Is a swing and a miss. Speed pitch in there, all behind 0-2. Lefties have had their way with Joe Blanton.
He has just struggled. I mean, right-handers hitting 349 off of him.
1-2 to Raul. Fouled that one off of Iannetta. Tom Glasgow was showing highlights of the Oakland Athletics. They started the season 12-4. They'd won 10 in a row at one point. First place in the American League West. Since then, they've lost 7 of the last 8. Now trail Texas. Leaders in the West. 1-2. Borges comes in. 2 outs. MLB.TV celebrating 11 years. Join the millions of fans and subscribe today. You watch every out-of-market game live online on your favorite mobile and connected devices in HD quality with MLB.TV Premium. Visit MLB.TV today. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. Here's Montero. Smacks one into center field for a base hit. 2-out base runner here for the Mariners. It'll bring up Carlos Peguero. Good swing by Montero.
Yeah, he stayed on an off-speed pitch and hit it hard back up the middle. The Mariners now with a base hit in all 4 innings. You can start bunching a few of them together.
I'll say.
Peguero's first time up, you saw a lot of fastballs. They were in and above the belt. See if he can make an adjustment.
First pitch from Blanton.
Back up inside. It's the Iannetta, the catcher, in there. Missed with that fastball.
One out of Peguero. Hit hard, but right to Kendrick. Mariners leave another. 10 consecutive innings, 18 left over the last game and change. 4 complete, 2-0 Angels. Everybody wants their picture taken with him. Luis Jimenez leads off against Felix. Makes it strike one. Jimenez fly to left his first time. Felix gave up 2 runs in the 3rd inning. A home run leadoff homer. First pitch to Chris Iannetta, the catcher. A sacrifice fly to Mike Trout. Seager takes care of it and throws out the Angels' 3rd baseman. Here's Tom Glasgow.
All right, Dave from the Ford Sports Desk, a little sneak peek of what we have coming your way tomorrow, the series finale between the M's and the Angels. Hisashi Iwakuma with that sparkling ERA of just under 2, hitting the hill for the M's, and its former Mariner, Jason Vargas, pitching against his old mate, still looking for his first victory. Hey, great to have Mohawk guy here at the ballpark as always, guys. Of course, he injured reportedly 3 people just getting into the ballpark.
Good line, Tom. Great line.
As crowded as it is out in the pen, you can see how that would happen.
Absolutely.
There he is.
That baby insured or what? Beer drinking insurance.
Pretty popular out there. I mean, that's this picture taking all the time. Nice jersey.
Top of the order, Peter Bourjos, strikeout. A single to center, stole second, moved to third on a throwing error by Montero, and scored on the Trout sac fly. Two and one. Pitch. 2-2, 1 out. Mike Trout on deck.
50 pitches for Felix, 35 strikes. Throwing a lot of strikes. First pitch strikes, 19 batters, 13 first pitch strikes for Felix.
2 strikeouts and a walk so far. Turned 27 earlier this month on the 8th of April. Trying to get career victory number 101. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He's gone. It's 3 Ks now for Felix. We're in the 5th with 2 outs.
Just a good fastball. Throws it right by Bourjos on the outside corner.
Mariner Vision bringing it to you. That thing's a beauty. A lot of the Angels were very impressed. Was it Jared Weaver said, boy, this was a great ballpark anyway, so that really makes it now. Outside to Mike Trout. 1 for 1, an RBI.
Looks like Felix throwing a few more cutters tonight. Last pitch to Bourjos had a little cut to it, and it looked like that first pitch right on the outside corner didn't get the call. The Trout was a cutter.
2-0 to Mike.
I think it could easily be the other way, 0-2. Both those pitches looked like they were in the strike zone.
Two outs, nobody on. There's a strike.
EQC Tracer, look at those pitches, all 3 pitches.
Well, he should be gone. Two-one. Couldn't get it to Chase. 3 balls, 1 strike. Albert Pujols on deck. Solidly smacked, backing up Indy Chavez, and he puts away that line drive. A 1-2-3 fifth. See if the Mariners can get something going. They get Ryan Chavez and Ackley coming up. Hey, it's the shirt that has everyone, including Buffalo's, talking. You voted, and the first T-shirt Tuesday of the season is going to be Brendan Ryan's I Talk to Buffalo's T-shirt. It's a nod to the shortstop's co-star from this year's Mariners commercials. It's free to the first 5,000 fans Tuesday night against the Orioles. Get your ticket to see this winning design. Go to mariners.com/shirt. And the aforementioned Mr. Ryan leads off here in the home fifth. Mariners down 2-0. Ryan ground out to third in his first at bat. Shade Ryan a couple of steps towards right in the outfield. First pitch. Ball 1. Ryan, Endy Chavez, and Dustin Ackley. Nope. What is it about certain guys in ballparks? Talking about Vargas pitches well here. He goes tomorrow. Blanton's 5-0 here in 6 previous starts.
I think it just comes down to confidence, Dave. Talked about it. This has been known as a pitcher's ballpark. I think guys become more aggressive here. Feel like they can make a few more mistakes and get away with it.
3 balls and 1 strike to Ryan.
We have to find a way to bunch some hits together against Blanton, though. We talked about it. He doesn't walk a lot of batters. He has 1 walk in the game. That was to Ackley in the first inning. He's given up a lot of hits, so the Mariners have to try to find a way to do that.
And Ryan works a walk. It's the second walk against 3 strikeouts by Joe Blanton this afternoon, or late this afternoon. Step up to the plate and hit one out of the park with savings on Sound Transit. Rethink your commute and visit soundtransit.org. Endy Chavez 1 for 2. He's hit the ball hard both times. Lined out to Albert Pujols at first in the 3rd. In at 3rd is Jimenez. Bunt shown, and up high taking the ball is Chavez.
Down 2-0. I don't think Chavez was sacrificing. I think he was trying to bunt for a hit. If he's going to do that, he better take it with him, because as you mentioned, Dave, Jimenez is in on the grass.
Finds a hole, base hit. Ryan makes the turn. Hamilton comes up throwing. It's a cutoff man. Ryan slams on the brakes, and here come the Mariners again. They got to score. They've been threatening going back into last night.
Second base hit of the game for Endy Chavez. Hits it through the hole on the right side. See Brendan Ryan running hard, has to jump out of the way. I like the fact he was running hard, though, because he made Hamilton, the right fielder, have to charge the ball hard. You never know. Might overrun it, clank it out there, and you can move on to 3rd.
So base hit for Endy Chavez, 2 for 3. Kyle Seager a walk and a base hit. Make that Ackley walk and a base hit. Extended his hitting streak to 8 games. Hitting the ball hard the last week or so. He represents a go-ahead run. Blunt back to Blanton. They got to play at 3rd, and they got him.
Jager's choice 1-5.
That hurt.
See Brendan Ryan out at second base. I don't think, watching Ryan's reaction, I don't think that was a bump play that was put on. I think Ackley did that on his own, and it was a poor bunt back to the pitcher. Blanton's been around. He knew he had enough time to get the lead runner in Ryan.
Here's Seager 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out, trying to extend his hitting streak to 16 games. Ball 1. Seager's got good numbers, runners in scoring position, 6 for 19 with a homer and 8 ribbies. check. Scott Berry agrees.
Kyle leads the club in RBIs with 12. He's in good shape now. 2-0 count.
To Seager. Up high. 3-0. Michael Morse is on deck.
I would let him hit.
I agree. Mariners have had 10 consecutive innings, leaving men on. Total of 18 coming into this inning. And he's aboard. Nowhere to put Morse now. Bases are loaded. Third walk of the game, second of the inning.
Unusual for Blanton again, coming into the game. In 4 starts, he'd only walked 5 batters. Mike Butcher, the pitching coach, making a trip out to the mound. Morris lined out to the shortstop, almost hit it through Brendan Harris's glove. It was hit so hard. Then flew out to right field, just missed a home run and ended up being fouled down the right field line, and then eventually flew out to right.
A reminder that this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Big spot here for Michael Morse. This series tied at 1-1. Got the bases loaded and 1 out. Felix Hernandez right now on the short end, gave up 2 runs in the 3rd. Blanton's got to throw strikes. First pitch to Morse. Fouled it back.
Good numbers with the bases loaded. 378 average with 4 career grand slams. For his first hit this year. 0 for 2 so far this year. Base is full.
All in 1 here to Morse. Check swing. 0-2.
There you go. EQC Tracer. A couple of fastballs up and into Michael, tying him up.
So Blanton been on the short end of 5 career grand slams. He's got more. So 2 with the bases loaded, 1 out. That's got to get into the stands.
Really need to break through in this situation. They had the bases loaded in the 4th and 5th inning in last night's game. Walked away with just 1 run in those 2 situations.
That was when Shopik let himself get hit by a pitch. 0-2 here to Morse. Chavez at 3rd, Ackley at 2nd, Seager at 1st with 1 out.
Going out to the mound, it looked like they had the pitch that they wanted, and then Blanton stepped off the mound, so Iannetta just wants to make sure they're on the same page.
Big spot here for the Mariners, bases loaded. And brought Morse in for these types of situations. The 0-2. Breaking ball missed. 1-2.
Glenn wanted that pitch. You can see right at the top of the strike zone on the plate. Didn't get the call.
Like Sochik. Let Wally Bell know about it. Ball and 2 strikes. Pitch to Morse. Struck him out. Strikeout number 4, 2 down here in the 5th.
Elevates a fastball. Michael can't catch up to it. Look at all those pitches at the top of the strike zone. Tried to pitch him up and in. That pitch actually out over the plate. Iannetta wanted it back inside. Blanton was able to get away with it.
Smoke will pop to second, and a strikeout looking thus far 0 for 2. Loaded up. Had a couple of these situations last night. Fouled it off. Eric Wedges said he spoke to Smoke late in the game last night. So you're trying too hard, you're pulling your head out. So he's a strong individual. That's why I still believe in him.
So difficult. You get into these situations, pressure situations in the game, and you have to find a way to get yourself to relax. Even Justin's comments after the game alluding to what you were talking about, Dave.
Oh, 1 to Smoke with the bases juiced. Back 0-2.
Same program. Blanton threw a couple of fastballs up and into Michael Morse to get ahead, and he's done the same thing to Smoke.
Lefties have hit Blanton at a .426 clip, 3 home runs coming into today's game. Opportunity knocking. Can the Mariners get through the door? 0-2 to Smoke with the bases loaded. Pitch. Did not go. So Scott Barry 1-2.
Blanton trying the 12-6 curveball, trying to throw it out of the strike zone. This is in the dirt on purpose. Heading the count and trying to get a swing out of Smoke. Justin able to hold up.
On 2 strikes.
Wasted that fastball inside. Trying to speed things up for Justin. Probably come back with that 12-6 curveball again.
Two and two, 2 outs, bases loaded. Mariners down 2-0. Pitch from Blanton. Wow. Full count.
He thought he had one, but according to the tracer, that ball is inside.
Smoke last night struck out on a 1-2 pitch, bases loaded, and on a full count to end the 5th. Over back-to-back innings, he's got a big spot here. Runners will be moving. A 3-2 from Joe Blanton. Hit hard. Pujols 1 high. Taking himself. Threat dash in the 5th. They've loaded him up again. That's 11 consecutive innings. 21 left on base by the Mariners.
2-0 as we head to the 6th inning. Tom Glasgow with you from the Ford Sports Desk. Let's check in on the Michael Saunders rehab experience down in Las Vegas. And Michael got things off to a very nice start this evening, leading off the game as a designated hitter with a triple. And the Rainiers got their offense in gear. They lead 5-1 in the 2nd inning as we rejoin Dave and Mike.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Felix has got to hold the fort. He's got Pujols, Hamilton, and Trumbo. Mariners left them loaded. As we begin the 6th, strike one to Albert.
The Angels have been aggressive, and a big part of that, Felix throwing a lot of strikes. 58 pitches now, 40 strikes for him. His pitch count is in really good shape to go deep into this game.
Down the line, that is a foul ball.
There you go. 59 pitches for Felix.
Foul again. New bat required for Mr. Pujols. Felix with 3 strikeouts. He's walked 1. Ball and 2 strikes. 3, 4, and 5 in the order for the Angels here in the 6th inning. Mariners have left 8 men on base here in this ball game. Angels have left 3. 1-2.
In this game, Felix had to pitch out a little bit of trouble. Angels 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Mariners 0 for 7.
2-2 to Albert. Ground ball down to Seager. There's a smoke for the first out. Percent versus fastballs. It is picked up here in the year 2013.
Yeah, a good margin at 22.3% this year.
There's Josh Hamilton 0 for 2. Ground out to first, ground out to second. Hit hard. He's 0 for 3. Quick 2 outs. Second time, consecutive time, swung at the first pitch, swung at the second pitch in his first at bat. 2 outs, and it brings up Mark Trumbo. Base hit to center and a walk. Took third on a Howie Kendrick single. They tried to score him on a squeeze. Felix and Montero hooked up for the play to get the second out of the 4th inning. Smoke get back there. Oh, off his glove. Good effort though.
Good effort by Justin, reaching out right off the end of his glove. Big man trying the over the shoulder catch.
Here's the 0-1. They are not shy, these Angels.
For hacking.
3 strikeouts for Felix against 1 walk. Giving up 2 runs on 5 hits. Blanton no runs on 5 hits. Mariners have committed an error. Throwing error by Montero. 0-2. Struck him out. 4 strikeouts. 10-pitch inning for Felix. Good groove in that inning. See if the Mariners can get this offense going. set. First visit by the Angels, and a big shout out to the Zion Lutheran School from Everett. A lot of fans here, a lot of folks in their group here today at Safeco Field. Here's Raul Ibanez. And Raul looks at ball one. He's got a base hit in his first at bat. Second time up, fly to center. Angels got their 2 runs in the 3rd inning. Leadoff homer, first pitch of the inning by Chris Iannetta, their catcher. And out later, Borges singled, stole second. Got the 3rd on a throwing error by Montero. Scored on the sac fly by Mike Trout. Mariners have been threatening in each and every inning. They've left 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and left them loaded in the 5th.
It will sound redundant, but they have to find a way to put some hits together, Dave. And you mentioned all those runners that were left on. They've had 1 base hit in every inning, and that's it.
No multiple hit innings.
They have to bunch them together.
Raul, leadoff walk. It's a 4th walk issued by Blanton. Time for AT&T trivia question. Let's see who became 3rd member of the 600 home run club on this date in history. Mr. Aaron, Mr. Bonds, Mr. Mays, or Mr. Ott? I know for a fact Mr. Ott did not hit 600 home runs. The other 3 did. And where are we? This is on this date. 3rd guy to do it on this date. Here's Montero riding one deep left center field. Got a chance. Goodbye. 2-run homer. Tie ball game here at Safeco Field. Jesus Montero with his 2nd home run. RBI 6 and 7. A well-timed Montero mash.
Well, Jesus had a base hit on an off-speed pitch, and Blanton starts him off with another one. This one he leaves up out over the plate. Montero, who had hit his first home run in Houston. Yeah, that's just a little flat slider right in the middle of the plate. Gets it out into the bullpen.
There's Figueroa taking a strike.
Another look at the swing by Montero.
Tie ball game at 2-2. Felix back to even now. Calling it a 406-foot blast by Montero. There's a drive right field. Hamilton going back. That's one hop off the fence as Figueroa is held to a single.
Okay.
First multiple hit inning.
Blanton wanting to go inside. That's the way they pitched Figueroa, but this ball is down a little bit, so it's easier for Figueroa to get to it. You take a look at the swing. Set up inside, down around the knees, and he lines it over the head of Hamilton. It is a long single.
Good production from the bottom of the order here in the 6th. 7th hit for the Mariners. And at 3rd is Jimenez. Bunt shown. And a strike 1 to Ryan.
I think Wally Bell said that Ryan offered at it.
Michael Roth heating up quickly.
Blanton in 89 pitches. His high this year is 91.
Oh, 2 to Ryan as he tried to advance Figueroa in the scoring position.
Frustrated with himself by not getting it down. To let that go, see if we can get a base hit, hit something through the right side of the infield.
0-2 to Ryan. Runner goes. Popped up. That will get out play.
Good jump by Peguero, wasn't it? I think he would have stolen the base. That had been fouled off.
By the way, third member, the 600 home run club. I'm going with Mr. Willie Howard Mays, C. You got Aaron Bonds, Mays, and Ott.
I'll go with Aaron.
You know, and now in second thought, I think you are right on that because Hammerhead, let's see. Willie got there before he did.
I think he did too.
Mays, it was Babe with 714. I'll stick with it, but I think you might be right on that one. Just realize that. 0-2 to Ryan. Peguero, he goes, another good jump. This one popped foul. Eric Wedge had said that was one of the reasons why Peguero, they brought him up here, his ability to run, his ability to cover the outfield, and his throwing arm. Another good crowd here, 31,901. Safeco Field, Mariners tied it on the 2-run homer by Montero and looking for more here. 0-2 to Ryan. Foul again.
And Brennan putting up a good fight after not being able to get the bunt down, fouling 3 pitches off in a row. See that last pitch up in the zone. Blanton now at 93 pitches. That's a season high for him.
Two. Pitch out, nothing doing. Banez walk, a 2-run homer by Montero, and then a base hit by Peguero. Now 1-2 here to Ryan.
Send him again.
I agree. Getting a great count.
We'll get the infielders moving around too. Maybe create a hole for Brendan Ryan to hit the ball through.
Soft looper left field. Trout, no problem. 1 out. Top of the order, Andy Chavez 2 for 3. He's hit the ball hard all 3 times. Runner goes, good jump. Throw by Iannetta. Not in time. Stolen base. Carlos Peguero, his first of the season.
Well, the big man has a lot of power, but he also has some speed. 245 pounds. Steals this base.
Boy, that is big payload coming right at you.
Just thinking Harris was making sure that he was reaching back with that tag. He wasn't going to get out in front of it.
You're right. I don't blame him. 1-1.
See if Andy Chavez can pick him up and give the Mariners the lead.
Dave mentioned a couple of hits, 2 for 3.
One out. Trout has a good throwing arm. Hamilton has a great throwing arm. Boyd just about average. Just outside. Two to end it. Chance to get the lead here for the Mariners. Carlos Figueroa, very speedy runner. He's at second base. Back up this way, right below the radio booth and into the press box.
It's 100 pitches.
Chavez gone. Strikeout number 5.
Blatt's been throwing a lot of fastballs, but this is a changeup down out of the strike zone, and he wasn't able to lay off of it.
Ackley a walk, single to center, reached on a fielder's choice. Ball 1. Fourth plate appearance for Ackley against Blanton. This time, this game they've gone face to face. Two 2-0. Holdover from last night with the beard hat. Dustin Ackley. Bat night. Trying to grow out of wearing that hat, maybe a little resemblance to Ackley. And that's a pop left field. Here comes Trout. Back goes Jimenez. Trout can run and he makes a catch. He's something, isn't he? Mariners do tie it up. They leave a runner at second. A big home run by Jesus Montero after Ibanez got aboard on a leadoff walk. Trout outruns this one. And that'll do it for the Mariners, who tied at 2-2. Back here at Safeco Field, top of the 7th, Howie Kendrick leading off. Kendrick, Harris, and Iannetta 6, 7, and 8 against Felix Hernandez.
Well, a different ball game for Felix now. He's been behind most of the game, but now it's tied up. Again, he's in great shape with his pitch count. This next pitch will be 70 for him.
2-1 to Kendrick. Felix has struck out 4, walked 1. Gave up 2 runs in the 3rd inning. Home run Iannetta, sacrifice fly Trout. His fastball strike percentage the last 3 years. Chapman's had him play pretty well, and this ball's got some carry on it. Back on the track, and right in front of the Root Sports sign, he makes the catch.
Good play by Andy, staying with it. You can see it looked like he was under it, and the ball took a right turn on him. I think he helped knock it down a little bit. Finds it again. It's a really good job as he looks at the wall to find out where he's at, so to make sure he has enough room. Good play.
He has been a valuable addition to this ball club. Indy Chavez, second tour duty with the Mariners. 3 catches here this evening. Brendan Harris, the hitter. Strikeout, reached to a fielder's choice. Pitch 1-1.
.73 pitches for Felix, 50 strikes.
We're right in on Harris, 1-2.
Good running fastball. You know what they want.
Enthusiasm never wanes in the King's Court. Oh, cutie. Swing and a miss. Tagged by Montero. Strikeout number 5. 2 outs here in the 7th.
There you go. Looks like the changeup bounces it up there, and Harris not able to lay off of it. And Felix's changeup is anywhere from 88 to 90 miles an hour. Not much off of his fastball, but tremendous movement on that pitch as he gets his 5th strikeout of the game.
Nine in a row retired by Felix. Chris Iannetta led off the 3rd, first pitch, swinging homer to the left center field, over the left center field fence into the Mariner bullpen. Flight out to right a second time up. Strike 1. Count evens. Jesus Montero, 6th inning, 2-run homer, tied this baby up at 2-2. Swing and a miss.
And good movement on his fastball. Last fastball at 92 miles an hour, just ran right underneath the hands of Iannetta.
One and 2. Skipped up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Dane De La Rosa.
He was impressive last night.
It was hard.
Two out, nobody on. Struck him out. And a dozen strikeouts for Felix. 10 in a row retired. Home 7th coming up in a 2-2 ball game. Want more chances to win some cash? Buy a $5 Mega Millions ticket with a $5 Mega Flyer and receive a voucher for a chance to win one of 5 $1,000 prizes each week. Play bonus play from Washington's Lottery today. Visit WALottery.com for details. Fun time being had by 31,901 here at Safeco Field. Mariners have tied it up. They did that in the 6th inning on a roll of Banya's leadoff walk and a 2-run homer by Jesus Montero. Felix Hernandez, 6 strikeouts. He's retired the last 10 men that he's faced. Kyle Seager to lead it off against Joe Blanton. Kyle today a strikeout, ground out the walk. Line drive, right center field. Borges has the plate on the hop. Leadoff single for Kyle Seager. Hitting streak to 16 games.
Solid line drive. It's another fastball out over the plate and hits it hard into right center field. Sal's had that pitch a couple of times tonight. This one he's able to square up to extend that hitting streak to 16. The lefty-righty mix and match it looks like Scioscia's going to.
Michael Roth, Dane De La Rosa. Wind blowing out towards left. Michael Morse struck out last time up with the bases loaded. Ball 1 to Michael. Hard line out his first time. Ball practically went through the webbing of shortstop Brendan Harris. Struck out in the 5th and in between a fly out to right. Base hit.
I think that'll do it for Mr. Blanton. Solid base hit to the left side. Yep, here comes Mike Scioscia out of the dugout to make a pitching change.
First 2 men reached here in the 7th inning. 2 solidly hit singles by Seager and Morse. Justin Smoke is coming up next. Chance to take the lead here for the Mariners in the 7th. And nobody out in the 7th. AT&T trivia question. Who became the 3rd member of the 600 home run club on this date in history? Well, we had a little malfunction. It wasn't Tilden and Hayes in 1876. I'll tell you that. We just had a malfunction. It was Hank Aaron. fans win, we'll give it to the fans. And Mike was right, and I circled Willie Mays quickly, and then as I thought about it, I said, wait a minute, I think it is Hank Aaron.
I thought that maybe Willie was able to get there sooner. A couple of great players, though, that's for sure.
Who was it? The other night, Dick Vitale tweeted a picture. He and Charles Barkley were interviewing Mr. Aaron. Hopefully, at some point, we'll catch up to Henry Aaron. I know a couple of years ago we didn't see him in Atlanta. Joe Blanton, he's been chased.
Numbers for him, 6+ innings, 9 hits. He's given up 2 runs, both of them earned. He is responsible for the 2 base runners out there right now. 4 walks, high number for him. 5 strikeouts, 109 pitches, 67 of those for strikes. Gave up a home run to Jesus Montero, which tied up this game.
Look at Michael Roth.
6th appearance of the year. High ERA at 7.5. 8 1/3 innings, 9 strikeouts, 3 walks. Has not given up a home run this year.
So another spot here for Smoke with a couple of men on, nobody out. A stretch of bad road for Smoke with runners on these last couple of days.
It's been rough for the Mariners. 0 for 9 in tonight's game. Came up with their 2 runs on a 2-run home run by Montero.
Down the line, foul ball.
Jeff Datz thought that was over the bag. Close call. Third base umpire Scott Berry called the foul right away. It's not where this ball lands, it's whether you think it went over the bag or not. Clearly when it hits the second time, it's foul. Scott Berry, he has the best angle in the house, called it foul.
Chance for the lead here. 2 out, or 2 on rather. Nobody out. Fouled away, 1 and 2. Leadoff single by Seager. Morris followed with a hard base hit to left. Bunder's hands, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Socia's Ball Club had the lead 2-0 and turned away multiple Mariner threats until the Montero home run in the 6th. 2-2 to Smoke. Struck him out. One out, 2 on here in the 7th. To give away your kids, they're going to flip their lids over, literally. It's Kids Cap Day, Sunday, May 12th. Mariners will be taking on the A's. All youngsters 14 and under take home this cool cap thanks to Aquafina. Get tickets for the whole family at any Mariners team store or online at mariners.com.
Well, we're going to have a pinch hitter. Here he comes, Mr. Morales coming out of the dugout. Henrys Morales is going to hit Raul Ibanez. Ibanez finished the night 1 for 2. He's walked and scored a run. It'll be Morales pinch hitting.
Morales the pinch hit here in the 7th. 2 on, 1 down. Morales, his first pinch hitting duty. Kender's going against his former team. Chance to do some damage here.
Let's see if he can get a good fastball away from him. It's like Roth, that's what he wants to do, sink the fastball away.
Switch hitter with pop, Kendrys Morales. Ball 1. 1-0. Well struck, base hit, left field. Come around to Seager. Throw from Trout. Not in time. RBI. Pinch hit single. Kendrys Morales and the Mariners lead 3-2.
Well, Mariners get their first hit with a runner in scoring position tonight, and it's a big one. Kendrys Morales being aggressive. You have to like that. Hits it hard. Gets a fastball actually inside. They try to go in on him. Morales' big league career has been with the Angels, so they tried to jam him up, but he was able to get the barrel to it and hit it hard out in the left field.
That'll do it for Michael Roth. Felix Hernandez, who's throwing a heck of a game with 6 strikeouts, retiring the last 10 men that he faced, as a 3-2 lead. To you by Auburn Volkswagen, Das Auto, and by Pizza Hut. Make it great. The Mariners have made it great here in the 7th inning. Young kids doing their sigh. They're getting everything. They're getting it done, boy. Mom's working it out, too. Here's Montero against hard throwing Dane De La Rosa. 2 on, 1 out, and a run in. Swing and a miss. De La Rosa was impressive last night. He can rush it up there. Got 1 strikeout, give up 2 hits in 2/3 of an inning. 0-1 to Montero. Way outside.
Montero, one of the hitting stars of the game tonight. He's 2 for 3, including a 2-run home run, and here it is. Gets a slider out in the middle of the plate and hits it into the Mariners bullpen. His 2nd home run of the year, but more importantly, that home run tied up the game 2-2.
Rosa ready, 1-1 to Montero. Breaking ball hit down the line. Trout long run into the corner, foul ball. 1-2.
Numbers for De La Rosa, his 11th appearance of the year. He's pitched well, 2.45 ERA, 11 innings, 9 strikeouts, 4 walks for him. Dave mentioned he would throw a fastball. He'll be in the mid-90s with it and a hard slider.
The power forward out there. He's 6'7", 245, 30 years old, out of Torrance, California. 24th round pick by the Yankees in 2002. Up and into Montero. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
De La Rosa didn't like the way he went out there and hit that breaking ball down the left field line, so I figured it'd make him a little uncomfortable.
A couple of runners aboard for the Mariners. You've got Michael Morse at 2nd and Kendrys Morales. He had the go-ahead RBI as a pinch hitter a few moments ago. 2-2 to Montero. Struck him out. 2 outs. Still 2 on here in the 7th. After a busy work week, there's nothing like kicking back at Safeco Field to catch Mariners baseball with the Mariners season ticket weekend plan. You can look forward to heading to the ballpark every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this season. Whether you host clients or go with friends, take advantage of the savings that you're going to get with a weekend plan. For more info, go to mariners.com/season tickets. Confab with Mike Butcher, the pitching coach.
Now I'm going to guess there's a lot of conversation coming from Luis Jimenez, the third baseman. Apparently he knows Peguero, as he was doing all the talking there, giving a scouting report on him.
I'm going to guess they're going to throw belt high. Nothing low they can go get.
And try to keep it in on his hands, trying to keep him from getting extended.
That was a hack.
I think maybe Carlos knew that too, because he tried to cut it off at the pass. It was a good pitch that we were just talking about. 94-mile-an-hour fastball up and in.
And Jimenez had seen Peguero when Jimenez was at Salt Lake last year, so quite familiar. 0-1 here to Peguero. That's what we figured. 0-2. Peguero with a strikeout, a ground out, a single to right back in the 6th and his first stolen base. 2 on, 2 out. And holding on is Iannetta, and Peguero and the Mariners are gone. They get the pinch hit RBI from Morales. Leave a couple. Felix with the lead at 3-2. Sports being brought to you by Captain Morgan. Raise your glass, always in moderation, to life, love, and loot. And by Mazda. We believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. Trying to close the roof here at Safeco Field. Felix Hernandez now with a 3-2 lead. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew on hand. Felix has struck out the last 2 batters he's faced for a total of 6. And 10 consecutive hitters have been retired. Got Jimenez right now, 1-0.
Well, and he's also in great shape to go all the way in this one. Just 82 pitches now for Felix, so his pitch count's in great shape. 56 strikes.
Two and one. It'll be Jimenez, Borges, and Trout. 9-1 and 2, and Ruth's making its move to close it up here at Safeco Field. Hammered foul. Felix with 6 strikeouts, 1 walk. James Court been quite vocal this evening. Two and two. Off the fist.
Last couple of pitches just running it in on his hands. Started him out away, and the last 2 trying to finish him off inside. Kyle Seager playing close to the line down at third, trying to take the double away.
Foul ball.
Giving a piece of Montero to it. Looked like it went off maybe the knob of the bat. It was strange. Little check swing. Take another look at it as this pitch is running back inside. Felix has stayed in there. And gets a piece of Montero.
Two. Hit down the line. It does. That's a foul ball. What a break. Turned on that pitch.
Felix has gone inside 4 times in a row, and this time Jimenez turns on it. Had the distance. Unfortunately, it was foul.
Took his time, and it rings up Jimenez at strikeout number 7. 3 in a row for Felix.
Just a perfect pitch from Felix. You take a look at the fastball. We talked to you about the velocity, down a little bit this year, as we were mentioning. The movement, location, that's all he cares about. That's all that Carl Willis will talk to you about. And he's having a lot of success. Another strikeout, but that last pitch was perfect, right on the outside corner after 4 pitches in a row inside.
Top of the order is Peter Borges. 11 consecutive hitters retired by Felix. 7 strikeouts. He can taste it now. Felix in his first 3 innings, a couple of strikeouts, 2 runs, 4 hits. Last 4 1/3, no runs, 1 hit, 5 strikeouts.
Just in case, Charlie Furbush. And it looks like Carter Capps getting loose in the bullpen. There's Carter and Charlie.
In tight, Peter. 2 and 1. Ruth continues to move. Closing things up here at Safeco Field. Great crowd, terrific atmosphere. 31,901 on hand. Late foul tip into the glove of Montero. 2 and 2.
Looked like a cutter. He's been running the fastball in on the right-handers, and he comes back with a good cutter off the outside corner.
Felix 2 and 2 here to Borges. Ground ball charged by Seager. He throws him out. That's 12 consecutive hitters retired now by Felix. 2 outs here in the 8th. Make sure you're here next Thursday for an exciting MLS matchup. Watch the Portland Timbers host the New England Revolution at 7:30 p.m. Catch all the action only on Root Sports. 2 outs in the 8th. Brings up Mike Trout. First inning double, a sacrifice fly in the 3rd, and a line out the center in the 5th. Strike 1.
.94 pitches for Felix. On strike, 65 strikes.
Right field, deep, going back, Peguero in front of the track. He's got it. 13 consecutive hitters retired by the King. To the home 8th, a 1-run lead for the Mariners. In the dugout, he's got a 3-2 lead. Pitched 8 strong innings. As we take a look at our Head and Shoulders pitch sequence, and we take you back to Jimenez. Good work in the 8th inning, Mike.
And he starts him off away with the first 3 pitches, and then after this last pitch right here, that's 3 in a row. Comes inside to him, 4 pitches in a row, trying to get it in on his hands. Jimenez puts up a pretty good fight. Take another look at it. Here's the 3rd one, foul ball. The 4th one, a little bit scary. Didn't quite get it in there, and he hit it down the line, but it was foul, and then he just paints him away. Gets him looking inside, and look at the movement on that pitch to strike him out. Big-time pitch by Felix Hernandez. We saw everybody congratulating him, so night might be finished. Tom Wilhelmsen getting loose in the pen. Felix at 95 pitches. 8 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, just 1 of them earned. Got a walk and 7 strikeouts for Felix. So it looks like he is done. Turn it over to Tom.
There's Brendan Ryan. Room for more on that scoreboard for the Mariners. They'll have to do it against veteran Jerome Williams, who's been a starter and a reliever for these Angels. Young man out of Honolulu, Hawaii.
7th appearance of the year, 2.5 ERA for him. 9 strikeouts to 4 walks. Opponent's average .218. He has not given up a home run this year.
Williams, the 4th pitcher this evening for the Angels. Quick one to Ryan. Brendan's grounded out the 3rd, walked, and fly to left. Swing and a miss. Assistant PR guy Jeff Evans passed along an interesting notice. Tom Wilhelmsen gets ready for the 9th. That pinch hit by Morales put the Mariners ahead in the 7th. Mariner pinch hitters are now 5 for 13 this season. As Ryan, nice grab by Harris. He got robbed.
A good at bat. Brendan, 94 miles an hour, turns it around on a line, but a great play by Harris. Time just jumped perfectly, and when you want hits, those are frustrating.
Boy, oh boy. Mariner pinch hitters entered today, third in the major leagues in batting average. That's at least a good sign. Chavez, little dribbler. Pujols takes it himself, 2 outs. Quick 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Next car in the Mariners Collectible Train Car Series is due to arrive at Safeco Field on Saturday, May 11th. And this train has a bartender. That's right, it's the Tom Wilhelmsen train engine. It's called the bar car. It's free to the first 20,000 fans. When the Mariners take on the A's, make sure you're aboard for train night. Pick up your ticket right now at mariners.com. 2 outs for Ackley, nobody on. Ron Williams with the pink glove in memory of his mom who passed away as a result of breast cancer a few years ago. 1-1. So coming up in the 9th inning, Wilhelmsen will have a task. He's got Pujols. He'll have Hamilton. He'll have Trumbo. 3, 4, and 5, the heart of the order for the Angels.
Dustin's been swinging the bat well. How about if he checks in with his first home run of the year? A little cushion for Tom as he gets loose out in the bullpen.
Here, here. Ackley bat night. Good way to celebrate. Pitch. Ground ball that Pujols will take. Williams covers a race. Williams just got him. So here we go. We got the big boys coming up. Tom Wilhelmsen going to be put to the test for last call. Pujols, Hamilton, and Trumbo.
Sneak peek at what we have coming your way on Mariners postgame. We'll certainly hear from the skipper Eric Wedge. Clubhouse reaction as well. That includes, of course, King Felix. Michael Saunders rehab start tonight at AAA Tacoma. Tell you how he did. We'll tell you which Mariners minor leaguer hit for the cycle, and we'll check in with Tampa Bay's Mr. Perfect. We'll see if you can figure out who that is. Right now, we send it to the 9th with Dave and Mike.
All right, thank you, Tom Wilhelmsen, the bartender, to the strains of Voodoo Child. How about that voodoo that you do, big boy? Because you got to get it done here with Pujols, Hamilton, and Trumbo.
10th appearance of the year for Tom. 6 for 6 in his save opportunities. ERA, look at that, .90, under 1 for Tom.
First pitch to Albert. Misses. Ball 1. Pujols tonight 0 for 3.
Tom's fastball in the mid to upper 90s. Hard curveball, one of the best in the business, and an occasional changeup to left-handed hitters.
Indy coming in. The old can of corn, 1 down. Sterling Bank, nobody works harder for you. Senor Hernandez, 2 outs away from career victory number 101. It was that elementary, we hope, for 2 more outs. Good work.
And for Felix, 8 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, just 1 of them earned. That was a solo home run. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, 95 pitches. He threw 66 strikes, consistently worked ahead of hitters. Really good tonight.
There's Hamilton. First pitch swinging, base hit. The tying runs aboard. We've seen Trumbo turn around fastballs too, so pitch selection going to be interesting here.
Well, that was a good pitch on the outside corner. You're going to get her with a single, and that's what Tommy gives up. A little base hit to Hamilton, keeps him in the ballpark.
Trumbo. Hard single to center, a walk and a strikeout against Felix. Well, good movement on that strike 1 foul tip into Montero's glove. One here to Trumbo. Down low. Mariners 8-0 and leading after 8 innings, and Wilhelmsen 6 for 6 in save opportunities. Tough hombre here in Trumbo. 1 out, 1 on. On the move was Hamilton as that ball gets fouled off. 1 and 2.
He had that base stolen. Tom didn't pay any attention to him. Worried about Trumbo at the plate. Probably a good idea, but I don't think Montero would have had a chance to throw Hamilton out. Still runs well.
Well, 1 and 2 here to Trumbo with Hamilton representing the tying run at first base. 1 out. Pitch from Tom outside.
His first curveball we've seen from him. All fastballs up to that last pitch.
2-2. Straight away and deep. It's out of the outfield. Actually, Indy a couple of steps toward right center for Trumbo. Everybody deep. 2-2 pitch. Throw over.
Adam leaning. He was leaning. He was going to try it again. Take a look at it. He'll start to lean up. Able to get back. If he throws it right on the bag, maybe they have a chance to get him.
Two to Trumbo. Hamilton holds, pitch, swung on it, missed. He struck him out. 2 outs here in the 9th.
One of the better curveballs in the business. He talks about Tom throwing 96, 97 miles an hour, but he also has the hard curveball that he can break out on. You take a look at it, 12-6, swing over the top of it, puts him away with a strikeout.
Howie Kendrick, a contact hitter. 31,901 come to their feet. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Hamilton, good speed at first. Pitch to Kendrick. Saved there by Montero. Ball 1. guys up on the rail enjoying this one, hoping to get Felix a win. And the Mariners get in a win column and take a 2-1 lead in this series. Chavez deep, right center for Kendrick. Pitch, swing and a miss. He overpowered him with 95, 1-1.
Fastball, it's on the plate. Howie Kendrick, a good fastball hitter, but Tom throws it by him.
Ball and a strike to Kendrick, 2 outs. Runner goes, breaking ball, it misses, and a stolen base standing up for Hamilton. Josh Snell with a stolen base on the board now. That's his first.
He picks the right pitch to run on. It's a curveball. Montero goes down and keeps it in front of him, and once he goes to his knees, no chance. Hamilton gets himself into scoring position.
2-1 to Kendrick. Line drive right at Oakley. Closing time, and the Mariners win the ball game. They rally from a 2-0 deficit to win it 3-2 in a Morales pinch hit. RBI giving Felix the win. He's now 3-2, and it's his first win against the Angels since September 6th of 2011. He didn't win a start against these guys last year.
Well, for Felix tonight, they needed him to come up big, and he certainly did. Dave just mentioned it. His numbers overall, 8 innings, giving up just 1 earned run. And the big star tonight also was Montero. Give him some credit. 2-run homer to tie the game up, and did a great job behind the plate.
Mariners needed that one. They'd been anemic in driving in runs, but they get a good pitching performance and a line drive. Watch Wilhelmsen. Yeah, baby, put it away. Mariners take the first 2 games in this series. They lead the series 2-1 and look to win the series tomorrow. We'll be back with more right after this.